Hey everyone, it's Shirley, and for today's video I'm doing an art challenge where I'm redrawing my OCs in different Halloween costumes and or scenarios. This challenge was created by the artist Blush and Moon over on Instagram. They also have a YouTube channel, so I'll make sure to link both their Instagram and their YouTube channel in the description if you want to check out their art. The audio quality is not as good as it usually is, and that's because I'm living in a dorm now. I'm talking so much more self-consciously because I'm certain my neighbors can hear me. And there's construction outside, so that's a thing. It's also been like about 2 months since I did my last fancy sounding voiceover. It's kind of weird going back to recording myself after not doing it for so long. But anyway, that's a lot of disclaimers. I should get into the actual drawing. So the first character here is my Starfinder Android OC, Soup. I designed her a year ago, and even though it takes a lot of work to draw her because of the wires/veins, she's still one of my favorite designs. I love the color palette. I feel like she's pretty wholesome too. For this art challenge, I decided I'd put a little more effort, took my time. I'm kind of tempted to make them into stickers and put them on my Redbubble or something, so let me know in the comments if that's something you'd want. The next character is my persona. I wanted to do a unique character for each panel so I wouldn't get bored of drawing the same person. So this one is my persona OC. I tried to keep some things in common with how her normal outfit is, such as the shoulderless hoodie look, while still giving it this cute witchy style to it. I also had to keep red because red is one of my favorite colors, and I feel like I very much associate red with my persona because that's the color she wears. Drawing my personas is weird because I feel like some elements of her genuinely look like me in real life, because that's kind of what I'm going for with this channel. Even though I don't show my face, I still want to kind of put myself across in my channel and create content where you can really feel like I made it. Not like the old content I made where it was art tutorials with no personality. I just very much want to be associated with my channel, which is why I love drawing my persona character so much. I also do a little overlay effect thing because I notice that adds texture, and that's something my current style is kind of lacking. So I've been experimenting a little with texture, and you'll see that in more of the drawings in this challenge. Alright, the next character is my character Liora. You might recognize her from some previous videos where I talked about her. One where I redrew gay comics with her and her girlfriend, and one where I announced that I wrote a short story about her and her girlfriend and it's getting published. And I'm really excited for that. I could rant about that all day. I still can't get over the fact that a story I wrote is getting published with these characters. It's just so cool. I can't wait for other people to get to know her. Because I'm super cheesy, I decided to put all the characters who are couples next to each other. So I'm having her be a vampire while her girlfriend is being a werewolf. And I had a lot of fun with the colors. I decided I'd go with some rich tones to kind of give off those immortal vibes, I guess. And of course I had to give her an eyebrow slit. I don't think most of my drawings of her actually have eyebrow slits, but for this one I was like, she's a vampire, come on, it'd make her even cooler. So now I'm drawing the character Elle, who's also from this short story, and it's as a werewolf, because I thought that'd be cute, to kind of be a vampire and werewolf pair. Like Twilight, except instead of fighting over the same girl, they just end up together. It all works out. I thought it'd be cute to kind of give her a dog-style nose, and I like how their designs kind of mirror each other. Leora's teeth are fangs that point down, whereas Elle's teeth point up. I think it's cute and it matches, and I also had their color scheme match because I thought that would be an extra touch that would be super cute. If you haven't seen the video yet, where I talk about their story and how it's getting published, I linked it in the description so you can check it out. So the last 6 characters from this challenge are characters that are part of a project I'm working on with my friend Flying Stars Animates. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll see me mention the project occasionally, as well as doing collabs with Flynn because I just think they're really cool. And while, we haven't announced the project yet, these are the OCs that are associated with that project. So this character is an airbender. They're not Avatar Aang, but because I messed up the face, it just looks like Avatar Aang, but with a mole, and I will live with that mistake. I had a lot of fun with figuring out the colors, because when I started off just making them blue, they kind of looked like, I don't know, a Smurf? I'm thinking of something and I can't remember what image this brings. I'll put it on the screen right here though, if I can remember. Oh, the Pillsbury Dough guy, that's what it was. They kind of remind me of like the Pillsbury mascot. They look like they were made out of dough. And because of that, I tried to like change things up a little to make them more ghostly. I added some like sparkles and stars and a lot of glow effects. I also made them a little more transparent. Then I drew another character from this project. Her name is Shosen and she is the main character's sister. And because she's a lot of fun, I drew her as a zombie. I feel like she would very much enjoy dressing up as a zombie because I think she would find that funny. I struggled a bit with drawing the face, especially when it came time to do the shading for it. My art just looks very different when it's just flat colors versus when it's shaded. So the whole transition between the flat color and shaded kind of got me. But I had a lot of fun with this design. She normally wears a shirt with like only one strap, so I kind of had her shirt drape over her shoulder. At first I tried to make her skin tone like a paler version of her own, but near the end I just kind of switched it to blue, dabba-dee-dabba-die, so she'd look more like a zombie. I might make more zombie art in the future. I started watching the anime Zombieland Saga, and the main characters in that show are all zombies and they're all pretty cool, so I might make fan art for that in the future. The next character we have is Taya. You might recognize her from when I did that drawing a character in 16 different art styles challenge, and now I've drawn her in a different situation in which she's a skeleton, because I thought that would be fun to do. She has a lot of gold elements in her design, so I thought it would be cool if I had like the ribcage piece of her skeleton costume kind of wrap around her, like an accessory almost. Gosh, sorry, my voice is kind of dead because I'm recording this right after I gave a speech in my public speaking class, and on very little sleep, but this was like my golden time to record. The color scheme took me a bit of time to figure out, but I kind of settled for something warm-toned and made her background complement her eyes. I love all the character designs for this project so much because I feel like they're all so unique from each other. Next character we have is Murthy. You might recognize him from the Hot Guys challenge I did with Flynn. That one was wild. We had a lot of fun filming it and just the pure chaos. I drew him as a clown, but since he's kind of emo, I made him an emo clown. He just looks very bored. His hair is not normally rainbow, but a lot of clown wigs are. So I went all out with the colors and made it like super unashamedly bright, which is great because I feel like it just contrasts his expression very, very well. And yes, I did use Ronald McDonald as a reference at some point. Gotta admit the truth. Next character we have is Wadi. He was the guy that I drew for the Hot Guys challenge, and I had much more fun drawing this drawing than the other drawing I had to make of him, because, this one's chill, he's just an alien. I wasn't sure with what alien concepts to go with because technically Soup herself is also an alien, and I didn't want to make him the same kind of alien as her, so I kind of went with this humanoid look where he kind of looks like himself, but I made his skin glowy and his hair have red highlights. But yeah, this drawing of Wadi was much more enjoyable to do because I didn't feel this he needs to be attractive. I was like, oh, I can just draw him as his cool, confident self. Plus with alien eyes and stars on his cheek and glow effects. I've been trying to get more into using the glow brush, as you've seen with a lot of these drawings, and it's so much fun. I might have to make Star Wars fan art or something, so I can get the full effect of using a glow brush. The last one is, why yes, a turtle duck OC. I drew her as a pumpkin instead of her turtle shell. This one was the easiest out of them all, and I think it was a kind of fun grand finale to draw. And I think it turned out pretty cute. Like, if I make any of my designs into stickers, I feel like she has to be one of them. But yeah, that's the overall challenge. It took me about 2 weeks from the time I started it, because I put so much effort into it and I'm also a full-time student. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I had a very fun experience making it, and I'm looking forward to drawing more of these characters in the future. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments if there's anything you want to see me do on my channel. I do a variety of things. I have art challenges like this one, cursed videos like the one that's coming up next, animation memes, animations in general, story times, speed paints. Let me know if there's anything that you'd want to see, and maybe it'll go into a video, you never know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!